In this situation, the rider took a huge
What do we got?
by
We're gonna be yelling at each other?
Unfortunately, things ended very badly for him.
We're gonna yell at each other? What do we got here? We're gonna whiskey throttle it. It's a red light. It's a red light. Oh, wait. Why? Once again, it's red. It's a red light. What are we doing? Didn't look both ways. Yoink. Oh, was that 2 people on the other bike? No, it was a DoorDash. Now my order of sushi's not getting home. Get a little update on my DoorDash app. Your motorcycle rider, your dasher got into a crash. Please reorder. All right, we got Elad here. We have a DDFM crew member here, Smart Rider crew member. He's gonna see something. There it is. So why was he moving over? That's why, I mean, we saw it before the stream because he's in the chat. I wanted to take a look at it. But why do you think he's moving over? So we talked about this before the stream, so make sure you hit the subscribe button to join us for these live streams. He's positioned for safety right now, right in the middle. So he has space cushions to the left and right, okay? He's locating consistently road surface hazards or cars or intersections or whatever it is. He's constantly scanning, constantly scanning, constantly scanning. He's doing a very good job. Now, if there's something in the roadway, is it a relevant threat? Well, if it's in the roadway over here, it's not. I'm not going to run into it. It's in this other lane. I'm not going to run into it. So I don't have to do anything. I don't have to navigate because it's not an active threat. But since I'm in this position, or Elad's in this position, okay? Since Elad's in this position, he sees something ahead that's in the same position he's in. And so he's like, I located that. I'm already in a good position for safety, and I located this. Is it a relevant threat? Yes, it is. I must do something. Since I see it way ahead of time, I'm just going to move over. I'm just going to move over to a new lane position. Now I'm in a brand new lane, new position for safety. So he sees it, moves over. I'm in a new position for safety. I'm still in my lane. I don't have to cross over into other traffic if there was a car. Still in my lane. New position for safety because I saw this ahead of time. And then back into the old position for safety because I like this better because there's space cushions to the left, space cushions to the right. And now I'm going to get back to scanning, back to locating, back to assessing, back to locating, back to assessing, back to locating, back to assessing. So very good job. Elad, you can go ahead and grab a whole pizza. Go ahead and enjoy it. You can sit right up front. I don't know why you guys don't sit up front here. You guys sit way in the back. It's weird. I have to yell across the room. Just sit up here. Come on. Come hang out. All right? So good job, Elad. Here we go. Moto Dad. Here we go. Having some fun. Sides of the vehicles. Assessing if they're relevant threats. We're going to slow it down with some engine braking. Didn't even have to touch the front brake. We're going to get a little bit mad. Oh, one sec. That's an open lane pattern. Finally, we have one. But let's go right here. Let's go right here. Notice how our line of sight is obscured by the red car. Okay, you notice that. This is why I don't like being in these kinds of positions all the time. Okay, so right here, it's obscured. It's obscured. Now he's a little bit far. Let's see if I can get to here. So we're right on the very side of the road. You see how you can see further? Okay, if this is still not good enough for you, now you can see better. And now you're in a different lane. But this is also an open lane pattern. We switched over because we can't see. We switched over because we don't like the simple fact that we're stuck behind a vehicle. So we switched over to the open lane. We switched over to the open lane. Now, with our mentality of why we did that, because we can't see and we want to be in the open lane, what do you think the red car is going to want to do too? They're going to switch over. They might switch over. And we already recognize that they didn't pay attention earlier. Do you think they're going to pay attention to you if you get next to them and you're in their blind spot? So maintain a staggered position. So you already have great vision. You have an open lane. Stay right here. I will just stay right here if this was me. Now, if they're going super slow, he's going 49. Let's say it's a 60. It's like, okay, I'll go ahead and creep up faster just a little bit, but I'd put myself in a better position if I'm passing. I'd be way over here. I'd be way over here, not going straight like this, because if all they have to do is boom, done. If I'm over here, I have enough time to emergency accelerate out of it. Okay? So be away from them. There you go. So he's already starting to do that. But now we're kind of side by side. Don't worry about looking. Don't worry about looking. What's ahead? What's ahead? What's ahead?
Absolute.
What's ahead? Pay attention. We have a sharp turn coming up ahead. Don't worry about it. We have a roundabout. Now we have a whole new area of hazard.
Blooming idiot.
Are they going to stay in their lane? All right, here we go. We got this. We're riding around side of the vehicle right here. Nice little swerve, moved out of the way. I love to see it that we prevented a crash for ourselves. But the point of what we do here on this channel, this Dan the Fireman YouTube channel, which Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel will be a lot more of the on-bike stuff. But what we do here is we focus heavily on the plan method and actually locating these hazardous situations like intersections and locating patterns. We locate side of the vehicle. We locate open lane pattern. We haven't seen one today so far, but an open lane pattern. We locate the blind spots. We locate all these things beforehand so we are prepped before we even have to swerve. So we already know what we need to do. We can already see, hey, I'm probably gonna have to swerve here. I'm probably gonna have to emergency brake here. I'm probably gonna have to emergency accelerate if I need to. I see this ahead of time. I'm prepped for it. A lot of people get surprised, and that's what causes a lot of panic problems. So we come up to here. I see a side of the vehicle right there. Lots of traffic. Where's my escape? That's the thing I'm focused on. Okay, if this person comes out, my escape will be as far to the left as possible. Okay, if he starts coming out, am I going at the right speed to apply progressive brake pressure and stop in time? Okay, probably not. Okay, so because it's raining too. It's going to be a little risky when it's the rain, but I can swerve really good because I've been practicing my swerves. So I got my escape. I know I'm going to swerve left. I don't have to wait till the last second. I'm prepped and ready. So now that if I see this car and I'm going to have to swerve left, why would I want to start from here? Why would I want to start from here? Like, why would I keep this path all the way here and then have to swerve, right? Why would I want to do that? If I know that this is a possibility, why would I want to start from here? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put myself in a new position for safety. As soon as I see that side of the vehicle, I'm immediately, let's go ahead and erase all this stuff. I'm immediately going to just start creeping over here. Before I even get to the intersection, I'm already creeping over here. And then if they come out, it's just a nice little boop, small little position change. And here's the thing. It looks weird. It's awkward. Like, I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to move over. I shouldn't have to prepare for things. People should just not come out. I'm learning, even right now on a personal side, that I even have expectations. As much as I try not to have expectations of others, I still have it. So everyone's going to have that problem. You have this expectation of this person having to stop because you would stop. Well, either people make mistakes or, people do it on purpose. Either way, your expectations are never going to be met in this life, even for yourself. So I will try to expect myself to make sure that I'm safe and set a boundary around this person. And that applies to life and it applies to motorcycle riding. So the boundary I have is that I don't trust a lot of people. Okay? So if that's the case, I'm going to slowly start moving over. And then I'm going to go ahead and go. And if they don't go, it's like, oh, that's so nice. They didn't go. They stayed right there. I just get back into my lane. Not a big deal. Okay? So prepare yourself. A little life lesson with this too. See, now, rev bombing is not going to solve the problem. What had solved it? The swerve. Swerve. Rev bombing to me is like yelling at somebody saying, you shouldn't have done that. When in reality should be, I observed you do that. I will do something in the future to prevent me from getting hurt. And that thing in this situation is, I'm just going to always move to a better position. Progressive barking. You're right. Progressive barking. Ooh, kind of coming over a little bit. All right. Having some fun. Nice little furry backpack. You got a little teddy bear there. Oh, your camera fell off and you're getting messed up on the camera lens. That's not fun. He probably like stopped at like 20 miles later and is like, why is my camera all weird? Oh, the lens is getting messed up. Oh, it fell down. I wonder if the stick broke in half. I wonder, because you can see the stick right here. It's supposed to be that invisible stick because like with the 360, if it's perfectly in line, you can't see the stick. But the fact that we can see the stick means that it probably broke off right here and it's kind of like doing this. Oh, there goes the lens. It's holding up pretty well. Oh, never mind. Found it though, because he had to go back and pick it up. Anybody gonna run it over? Oh, he's so lucky that it's in the yellow. There he is. There he is. Get out of the road. Oh. If he had a lens protector, that would be even better. You know, then you just change the lens protector. So that's a scary thing. I typically ride with my 360 camera on the back, so I should probably get some lens protectors and something like that. But if you want to see those riding videos, I'll be posting more of those on the Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. There's going to be a link in the description for that. There is a Black Friday sale and Cyber Monday sale for the new book, 20% off, so check it out. You get a whole bunch of extras in there, guys. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.